This is going to be my first warm-up road trip. We're going to be going to Vermont for a wedding. It's about 200 miles, so it's really just a warm-up trip. It's going to take us about 3 hours to get there. We may stop to charge. We won't necessarily need to, but there's an Ioniq station that's by a restaurant, so we may stop there. So we're going to be taking the I-5, of course. This is just preparing me for longer road trips later. I plan to take a big road trip this summer. But like anything else in life, if I was going to run a marathon, I wouldn't just hop off the couch and just run out the door. You need to train a little bit, get used to it. So I'm used to about a 4-hour drive. I do 4 hours of driving when I do Uber. So I'm kind of conditioning myself to a 4-hour drive and then a little bit of a rest and then another 4-hour drive. So I'm looking forward to this trip. It's going to be a really fun wedding. My wife and I are heading up. So it's going to be a great time. Hopefully it's a great trip. Check in at charging. We are about 20 miles out from the charging station and the battery went into preconditioning mode. So we should get around 230 kilowatt hours once we get to Electrify America. Okay, we're at Electrify America, West Lebanon. So we're initiating the charge here. We're only going to charge for probably 20 minutes to get up to 80%. And then we'll go over to the hotel. Okay, our charge session is ramping up. We're at 191, about 192 right now, 193. So we're getting a pretty good rate. It looks like we're going to get to 80% in about 16 minutes. One of the great things about the Ioniq 5 is the charge rate. As you can see now, we ramped up to 230 kilowatt hours. So we're really ripping. So we're going to be out of here in 13 minutes now. So this is really super fast charge speed. So the 800 kilowatt EGMP platform is really great for charging. So like I said, Gina probably won't be back from Walmart and we'll be ready to go. We finished the ride with no issue. This was a short ride. It was only 200 miles. I'll show you my efficiency, but the car performed excellent. I'm very impressed with how the Ioniq 5 charges at the charging station, as they showed you in the prior segment there. Really a great car for road tripping. One thing I will say, don't ever trust the estimated miles. We call it the guessometer for a reason. In this particular case, I was about 70 miles short of what it said. So don't ever take that as gospel. Just take that as a guide. And you want to really look at how your efficiency does. And I will show you why I got a different number when I show you my efficiency. When you look at this trip, you'll see in the first segment here of the trip, I got 3.6 miles per kilowatt hour, which we were doing really good. Then we stopped for like a silly stop at a scenic stop and just for a minute. And then we got back on the road and we did another 25 miles and my efficiency dropped to 3.3. Then I did a bad thing over here. When you see my efficiency drop to 3.0, there's a lot of open road here where you can go, the speed limit is 65, so I started jumping up into the 70s, 72, 73, 75. And you can see in that 2 segments, right here and right here, what speed will do for your efficiency. So when I started getting up into this, over from 65 to 75, my efficiency dropped like a stone. I lost 0.6 miles per kilowatt hour. So if you don't really care, you're just driving along and you're going to make a charging stop and you're just cruising along, that's fine. But if you're trying to squeeze miles, the absolute best way to squeeze miles is to slow down. So you can see right here from 3.6 to 3.0. So if you want to slow down, that's the only way to do it.